loosening, and then we're just going to have a look at the 18 set as a warm-up, and then I think what would be really good is maybe spend a bit longer on some of the walking exercises, the Tai Chi walking, and then just look at some real fundamentals. Well, we've got not so many about, because we spent a long time looking at the four corners, and I'd much rather Chris back for the four corners, so we can all do it together. So we don't want to leave it behind, do we? No, that would be a bit mean. So we're just going to start. I only just remembered to press record. So, breathing that. So the video will be shorter than usual, but we have been here a while. So it's terrible. Talk about mindfulness. Do you know, it's a good job we're going to that mindfulness day, isn't it? Yeah.
The video is good because you can pause it and try again something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been doing that with one of Barry's videos, with one of his leg merge. I'll pause the video and show you how far I've got, but I'm going to pause the video. I don't want it recorded because he'll laugh at me. Because he can do it without having to touch the floor with his hands. But that's the thing, you have to start where you're at. Yeah. And sometimes you need to do like extra bits or something, in order to get to be able to do the move. So let's just stay in the middle, and we're all breathing, and we're all relaxing. So it's a very useful skill to be able to calm down. It doesn't mean completely be calm, because you could be in a situation that's actually, it's not a sensible thing to be calm. You actually want to be a little bit alert. But by calming the mind and centering yourself, it just gives you a little bit of space so that you can effectively deal with the situation that you're in. And then you deal with the situation, then you go home and sort of collapse and have a cup of tea. It's great. You just think, oh, look at that. So very, very useful. I'm finding it more and more that I sort of appear to be doing Tai Chi in one form or another pretty much most of the day. I'm doing it's not just about the physical practice, because I'll be like thinking, I'll be waiting for the plumber quite a lot these days, or a delivery, and then you're doing your loosening exercises and doing that for a bit, and then, or you're doing your daily practice, and then you'll find there's a situation that arises and you're kind of dealing it in a Tai Chi kind of way. I'm just going, oh, I'm feeling really het up. And I'm going, oh, I know. Oh, okay, great, right. What am I going to do to this to sort this out? And then it's very useful for sorting things. It's very good. So you want to relax your shoulders, really let go of the arms. So we might periodically be getting a visiting trombone player come to trombone. She plays trombone and drums, so she doesn't feel it. She's interested in Tai Chi, because obviously we usually pass when I give her the keys. Oh, here you go. And she's asked me what I'm doing, and I ask her what she's doing. She said, is Tai Chi good for musicians? And I said, yes, it's good for everybody. So as Mark Peters says, Tai Chi, he says it's good for everybody, and there's only two reasons for not doing Tai Chi. One, it's boring, and two, you're dead. If you're dead, you can't do it. Or you might find it too boring, but other than that, no, it's great. So we're just feeling the ground under our feet. We're breathing, and we're lengthening. So you want to lengthen through the spine. So the head float, the hips and shoulders sink. And just, nice. And then we're turning the waist, so we're doing the waist. Actually, I'll show that from the side. So I'm doing my sleepy tight eyes, and what you want to do is, it's not just about what's happening in your body, it's your peripheral vision as well as your forward vision and what you're hearing and what you're feeling in the skin. So sometimes we'll have the door open or the window open, not today. If you want more heat, do turn the radiators up a little, and I must remember to turn them back down for 2 after. But if you need a bit of warmth in this place, feel free, because we're listening to our body. But you're looking forward as you listen behind and above. So you've got this continual noticing what's going on inside as well as out. So that's where the meditational aspects come in, which will be gone into more better detail, because obviously Mike, he's got a very strong meditation practice, and he goes and sees the meditation bigwigs quite regularly, and he's got a group that he trains with, does the meditating, so he's really got very good. It's very good for helping you use your brain better, as well as other things. It's very good. So we're just breathing. That's nice. Notice what you feel through the feet, and then 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll just raise up. We'll do the turning one in a minute. What I'd like to do is spend a little bit more time looking at those exercises I learned off of Eva. I hope they are recovering fast from their
They got COVID.
yeah, finally. Yeah, they've because I was really looking forward to training with them this week. And then I got an email from Eva, really sorry, we have to cancel all our classes, both me and Corinne tested positive for COVID. We're okay, we've got a slightly sore throat and a bit of a cough. And I thought, yeah, that sounds about right. So so we're going to tune into our feet. So there's a lot of nerve receptors, a lot of sensory receptors in the feet. There's more sensory receptors in the feet than in the hands. Do look it up. I'm going to look it up because I looked up hand receptors because I was having a conversation with, because I'm doing the Tai Chi for rehabilitation and things like stroke rehab and neurological conditions rehab, because if you do things that stimulate the senses, what the physio person was saying in the place, it can help with the brain function, with your cognitive function. So things that will tell you what you can feel under your feet, things that will tell you what you can feel through the hands.
Is that why when you go for a walk, you kind of get your ideas?
That's why when you go for a walk, you get your ideas, yeah, because you're feeling the ground under your feet, and also you're getting your senses stimulated because you're looking at what's in the trees, you're listening to the sounds you can hear. You've made a friend with a fly, well done. Fly too. Yeah. And also because of the walking, I mean, one of the things when I've done the meditation retreats is the mindful walking, the walking meditation. So you don't just sit still. I mean, we could try a little bit of that at some point in the Monday class just to prepare us for the day retreat, because we're going to be doing a lot of it. So we could do some sitting still, and it's something both you and me aren't naturals at, are we really? But yeah, we're very naturals at moving about, I think. We're good at that one. So for me, the walking meditation I find easier to feel still in. But it's good, like if I've done, I've been doing the Tara Brach talks. Tara, B-R-A-C-H, she's a psychology person, and she deals with, she's a Buddhist as well, and she does, like, she's one of the American, she's really, really good, and her talks, some of the meditations are like 3/4 of an hour, and you just put it up there on the computer, and then you sit there and she talks you through it, so it don't actually feel like 15 minutes, it feels less, which is good. And it's a nice way in. It's a bit like going through the Tai Chi form, because if you listen to the talk again and again, you'll hear the same words and it will mean different things. So it's worth persevering with if it's something you're not naturally at. If you are naturally good at sitting, then do it. Yeah. So we're just feeling the feet, and what we're going to do is we're going to go forward and back, and really, like, it's almost like you're listening to what you can feel under your feet. So we probably won't do a right lot today. And if I just show that from there, I'll come a bit closer. Yeah, you can still see my feet, and I've got me. So I'm going forwards. Oh, this bit's suspended. This bit, the hips, are sinking back and down. And we're breathing. Breathing there. Notice what's happening in your ankles, notice what's happening in the feet, and every now and then do a kind of posture check. So you're observing your posture and also altering it and adjusting it when you need to. You might not need to. And also tune into this calm, quiet space. Okay, then imagine 15 minutes have gone by. Now we're going to change. So get your weight to settle just behind the ball of each foot. So in that you've got the arch of the foot, and then at the front of the arch of the foot, just behind the ball of each foot, that's your balance point. That's your balance point. So we're looking at the balance point. We're just going to very gently transfer our weight, 60%, 40%. Now when I've done this exercise with Master Chun, he does 100%. So if you wanted, you could lift your leg off in the air and just stand there completely like stationary on one leg. And you can. So when you're lifting your leg, you want to sink down and just allow the leg to float like that. That's what he did. So rather than you want to go down and just bend the leg a bit. We'll just carry on with the transfer, but just so you can see that's the idea. So you've got a full leg and empty. They use full and empty in the Tai Chi classics, but actually I tend to think of it more functionally, standing leg and potentially the moving leg. And then while you're doing this, you want to pay attention to your breathing. And we're all breathing a lot. Because it really does help. Yeah, that's the other thing. When you're in a situation that's like unpleasant or you don't want to be there or whatever, you can sometimes forget to stop breathing. And that's why the Tai Chi is very useful, because you just go, and you use the breath as a form of anchoring to the ground and getting yourself nice and grounded and centred in your central equilibrium. Relax the shoulders, and we're doing our sleepy tiger eyes. Very good. couple more. And then back to the middle, and I'm not going to do it, we're going to go round and round in a circle. Going round and round in circles.
We're on the boat with Chris now.
Yeah. This is what Chris is doing on the boat. Yeah, I've not been on a cruise. I've been on a ferry, and it went up and down, and it was horrible. I was like, oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
And I've performed on the boat, and when I was warming up for it, I went through the long form, and there's a jumping bit. And as I did my jump and landed, the boat went doing. I was like, okay, that's a bit weird. So it's quite nice to practice on different surfaces. So if it had been nice and warm, we'd have been outside in that lovely look with the uneven surface. Even though it looks flat, it isn't. And it does change how you move. It does change how you move. So we're just going round and round in a circle. Okay, now going the other direction. Exciting. It's too exciting. So when we get exercises like this with Corral, we'll go, oh, too exciting, too exciting. Thrilling. You just
Kind of like soothing.
I find it very soothing. I mean, when I was first introduced to this exercise, I'm doing a faster version. I'm not doing as many repetitions. Because actually, when you're doing a whole day retreat with the Kaskubas, they'd spend an hour on this exercise. Not on it, an hour with all the different permutations. And you do that for an hour. One, you're really glad when it stops. Two, you feel really calm. At least I felt really calm. Once I got over the, oh God, are we still doing this kind of feeling? And then I think, oh, I'm getting tense. But I could really feel my legs. My legs felt like they'd been to the gym or something. It was really strange. So it does work your legs doing these interminably dull movements. So we do the figure eight. There we go. Well, on the surface, incredibly dull movements. But once you get into them, and you... Yeah, really, I should be doing Tai Chi all day long, really. I mean, just... Well, like, because it's such gentle movements, it's not going to cause you any harm. Especially if you're practicing your posture, you're going to have super circulation and strength and, you know, good structure. It's all good. And we're all breathing. And we've got the sleepy tiger eye. So notice what you're feeling in the feet. And then once you've got that established, then you can start looking at different areas of your body and noticing. Have we done the other direction of this yet? No. No. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. So yeah, if you've got a spare hour, not that any of us have these days, but if you felt like, you know, you might be waiting for the boiler man. They're coming any time between 8 and 3. This could be one of the things you do. You just go, no problem. All the trains being delayed. All those guys that are stuck at the airport, this would be brilliant for them. This would be brilliant for them. Just do that. Okay, back to the middle. Now we're going to do the circular movement, but we're going to go in the inside of the foot. So the arch of the foot. So you're circling between this bit and this bit of the foot. So just where in front of the heel and behind the ball of the foot. So it's a much smaller circle, and you might find that you're going a little bit quicker. When I did it, I found that it was because it's a smaller circle, you can get round it faster. So you might want to either go quicker or you might want to slow it right down. It's weird because normally we do the whole foot and you can feel the outside of the foot as you go round and round. Focusing on the inside of the foot as you go round and round is quite tricky, yeah. And also there's a little bit of your postural habits, or that it will really highlight those, because there'll be one direction easier to go in than the other. Okay, now go in the other direction, otherwise we'll be here all evening. Christine will go, what did you do? We stood around. And then we stood around. And then we stood. She goes, thank goodness I was on the ship. So, yeah. Thrilling. Okay, now back to the middle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go slightly forward until the heels lift off the floor and go up, and then slow descent. This one I find really hard because my fingers go. There we go. And this will strengthen the. So it's to strengthen the toes. So you go up like that, and then down slowly. So we did this one with Eva, all the people on Zoom. Yeah, that's what they were all doing. That's what I did. And she said, don't worry if you go forward or backwards. It's fine. Just don't fall over. And one more time. Marvellous. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a little shake out. Cool. Can you feel your legs? Yeah. It's murder, isn't it? You know, all we did was standing around. Yeah. Wow. Super strong legs. Let's carry on with the loosening. Now we've kind of semi-murdered our legs. That would be really good. So nice and relaxed, and we're all tall. And we're all breathing. Okay, so we did. Oh, we'll do bounce. So again, just really tune into the ground. So don't think more of the grounding. Get nice and grounded. Not when you get grounded by someone because you've been naughty, but getting grounded and centred in your posture. We're letting go in the back, so then that helps with the lengthening of the spine. So the suspending here and the sinking round here. That's what we look like from the side. Oh. And then keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake. I'm really getting into shake. It just feels, again, if I'm bored, if I'm waiting for something like Jubilee to be over, or no, I actually had fun with Thursday. It's great, but it looked very good.
I'm avoiding the street party yesterday.
Good job. Good job. Well, it's good to have fun in however works for you. Yeah, I avoided a street party on Friday. I went bird watching, so it's great.
I went for a street party, did some practice.
Hey! That's the yeah. I did some practice as well. I was like, should we go to this thing? No, I'm doing Tai Chi. See ya. Brilliant. So, well, there's only so much cake you can eat, you know, and there was some nice cake at the home, so I thought I don't want to be greedy, leave the cake for the people at one party. So we're just doing the palms down one first. And so we won't spend too long with the loosening actually, because again I'd rather do the tutorial on it and also spend a whole class dedicated to the art of loosening. So just muddle along for where you're at for now, that's perfect. And then turn the palms up so we're opening the chair. I'll just show that from the diagonal view. So we're looking, listening behind. And just make space in the body. Make some space, that's it. Yeah. I hope it's... Does anyone know what the weather's like tomorrow? Has anyone looked? No, hopefully it's not like this. I'm supposed to be teaching someone at 8 AM. Outside. Oh my... Although it's not bad, I've been going to Sally Yoga's classes on Friday. She teaches a yoga class at 6:30. It's brilliant. I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. But
His own name.
I don't know her real name. I only know her as Sally Yoga. I've known her for like 15 years. And I go, oh, hi, Sally Yoga. It's like, oh, it's faradena Chun. Yeah, how you doing? That's really good. 4, 3, 2, 1. She's a lady that lives in Burwell and teaches yoga all day long. So there we go. And we'll just... There we go. Just really just letting the arms loosen, but connect. So they're not so loose you can't do anything with them, but you're feeling the connections from the feet all the way up the body, through the arms, up through the head. They're all breathing numbers. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just check your posture. So we'll do a posture check, we'll whiz through the loosening, then we'll just go straight onto the 18 actually. And we'll, yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn it up, nice and tall. Breathing in and out. Four, three, two, and one. And great. So that was a bit of a epic. God, really?
Yeah.
Can you feel your legs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably
Probably
do that
feel
one.
I think I've
Probably good for you then, aren't they? Good for you if you can feel them.
yeah, it's all okay, let's yeah. 18 seconds. Here we go. Open the palms of the hands. One more time. So let the arms calm and then change. Open the chest. Don't forget to get in my car so you can get home time. Good. Okay. Just remember, I thought, no, there's something I need to do. Oh, I know. I need to go in my car. That's it. That was what's different. Oh dear. Mindfulness. Brilliant.
Don't have a montage steering in your
Yeah, I
car.
don't want to do that. And then two more times. And once more. Marvellous. Fantastic. Okay, and then just raise the hands up. And then for the wave, dance the rainbow, wave the rainbow. Just keep the arms up. So you transfer the weight. So we were doing the weight transfer earlier. And this is a good one for building the strength up in your arms. There's different variations. There are people that have the arms sort of further down, but I prefer mine a bit more. When I did it with Mark, we did it more upright, which to me seemed a bit suit a bit sort of better. Some of them have quite a straight arm as well, but I prefer to keep a bit of a curve. But that's just a little bit of detail. Keep breathing, that's good. One more time each side, very nice. Very nice, everybody. And then the arms float down, and then we need to concentrate on this next one, parting the clouds. It's the hands. I've got a friendly fly, it just buzzed right next to my ear just then.
It's the same one.
It's that fly that's been flying. Were you there this morning when we had the ant?
Yeah.
We had this ant and it was walking all over and we were having to be really careful not to squish it. It was like horrible.
And by the way, what do you call a big ant?
I don't know.
A giant.
Oh. Giant. Excellent. Keep breathing. Notice your feet. Okay, and then we do rolling arms, which looks suspiciously like the poster monkey that is called rolling arms. But it's got a similar, it's similar but different because when the professor does it, he brings the things to the side of the head and then kind of pushes down onto it. Whereas when we do step back and poster monkey form, it comes from underneath because of the school. Mike's teacher, Chun, he was a Thai boxer, ex-Thai boxing champ, and he used to come from underneath, so he reckoned it would come underneath the guard, but it's all, again, interpretation. The principles are the same. So relax your shoulders more, open the palms of the hands more, feel the waist turn, make sure your knees are happy because they're in line with the toes. You want happy knees, happy, rather than happy feet, happy knees. One more time each side, breathe. And
yeah, I love this. I go to this called
yeah.
Happy Feet.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Down, and then rowing the boat. Keep breathing, that's it. So this is similar to Monkey King Takes a Seat and also similar to polishing the table in that the hips are being balanced out by the movement of the hands. Their hands are acting as a counterbalance. One more time, great. Bouncing a ball up in front of the shoulder. Now this is where you really get to practice your sleepy tiger eye gaze. So you have a soft, focused, alert gaze. And down. Bring it down. And one more time each side. And then looking at the moon, how goes it move? And come down, up, down, down. One more time each side. And come back to the middle. Pushing the palm. Open the hand. Open the hand. And then open the hand. That's nice. And you want to feel the waist is turning. Right, turn the waist. That's it. And we're scanning across the room. This calm but alert, kind of watching it, like a cat, you know, it's just following you as you got a bowl of breakfast. I wonder if that's cat food in there, you know, that kind of thing. And then one more each side. One more each side. And then into wave, hands like clouds. So what one thing Mark said, rather than pausing between the movement, is flow from one movement to the other. So that's why I've slightly changed my approach to this, to the 18 set, in that I'll do it in a more flowing manner, so it will flow, especially when you do the ones with the stepping. I've added some extra, I do both sides, but the way the professor did it, he just does 3 and flows one to the other, but I think we can do both sides and flow one to the other, so that's what I'm doing. So just soft, smooth and slow, and the arms are floating, but they're connected. You want to feel that you're connected through the whole body. You've got this calm, solid interior. One more time each side. Wonderful. Okay, and then we do step, scoop in the sea, looking up at the sky. So that's what Chris, she falls off. That's what she'll be doing. Oh dear. Good job she's not here to hear that, isn't it? She's watching the video. Scoop in the sea, look up at the sky. That's it. So I'll just show you that. Oh, the ant's back. Oh, we didn't squash it. And the fly. Oh dear, oh dear.
Nature watch.
It's nature watch, isn't it? Spring watch, isn't it? BBC. And then one more time. And then you bring the foot back, bring the foot forward, and then immediately start. Then it's got more of a flow to it, you see. Yeah. Yeah, it's just quite useful because I've never really, before I just would wait for a bit and then do the next one. But then you sort of lose the flow, whereas if you just flow from one to the other, it's kind of cool. So, there we go, lots of room in the body, lots of room in the body. Let's do one more. Now bring foot back, we're going to do pushing a wave, but remember we're doing it the professor way where he lifts the heel and lifts the toes. So this is like a more, you can do it where you keep your feet flat on the floor, and that's just as good. So you push, and then when it naturally, hello mate, when it naturally, there's a gnat's coming towards me, naturally goes past that point, that's when you either lift the heel or lift the ball foot. Maybe he likes the orange in your trainers, yeah, it could be that. They do get attracted to bright colours, don't they? So, and then change. So like this, then you go. Getting the. It's interesting, isn't it, when you do it with the just going straight into it. It definitely changes the mood slightly. So just exploring the movement. One more. And then change, and then forward, back. So this is the other way of pigeon spreads its wings. You can do it the other way around as well. Relax the shoulders, 2 more, 5 and 6, and then change. And off we go, see? It's good, isn't it? Really good, you know. So I went all the way to Birmingham, and that's what I picked up. I mean, like a couple of other things as well, but that was the main thing, getting the flow 18 set, which I've not really thought of before, so it's definitely changed my approach. 2 more. So the other way he does it is he does this little grabby thing and pulls back. Punch. This isn't really a proper punch, it's more like a stretching out with a fist in his hand. Yeah, it's like a magician, you know. And that's great. Okay. The arms flow down and then you flow up and down. Keep the hands, fingers outstretched. Up and down. Just breathe naturally. One more of these. And keep breathing as well. And we're rotating like a flying wheel. So imagine the wheel flying through the air. This is real kind of quite a I really like this one, it just feels great when I do it, it just feels like you've got loads of room, loads of space in the body. And then, when you get to the bottom corner, we change directions. Change directions, here we go. Again, watch the alignment of the knees, make sure your knees are in line with the toes. You've got good contact through the feet and the ground. We're all breathing. We're all relaxing. Relaxing but alert. So it's a relaxedness, but with the, remember, the inside is temporal steel inside. You know, so that's great. Okay, then we come back into, and then we do this. So I'm on the 5. Last one. You know, it's always the way, isn't it? You know, I pick the time to look, and it's when you're slightly, yeah. Like I've been doing this move absolutely perfectly all the way through. So keep the feet flat on the floor for this one. We'll do this a few times actually, just to kind of practice. And then the one time I messed up was the one time Mike looked at me and then corrected me. And I was like, just relax, just relax. Yes, you're not doing this. And I was like, yeah, but I've done it correctly. Yeah. Just one of those things. Let's do the Master Wing Chun ending, where we look at the ball of energy. So you imagine you've got one ball of light, and you stretch and squash the ball of light. Rotate the ball of light and stretch it. Rotate, stretch, rotate, stretch. So he does this at the end of the video. So he does all the 18 sets, but he's not one of the ratified instructors from Professor Lin Hao Sheng. But he's just an incredible martial artist. So he picks up all the movements, probably by looking at the videos. And he moves amazingly. So I just love watching him anyway. So he's not the official guy, but he's still good. And he finishes with this lovely ball of light thing. It just feels really good. Really feel that. And then this one's from Barry. Place your hand on your heart centre. I'm just going to think warm, kind thoughts into the heart. And then on the tummy. Right, let's stop for a water break, and then what we'll do, I think, why don't we go through the first half of the form, just the first half, and see how many times we can do that, because it would just be nice. Now we've got ourselves all nicely, you know. Yeah, I'll leave the other ones, because the health things, it's probably best to just pick one health set to try rather than all of them, because that would probably be a bit much. I'll just pause the recording. You can go that side as well if you want to be in the. Yeah, why don't you come in the movie? Due to popular request, or you can go that side if you want. Yeah, but they're not going to see your face from there. Look, you're miles away. See? Due to popular request, we're going to go through the 24-step form. Hang on, let me just. The first half. We're just doing the first half a couple of times. We'll do it twice. And then we're all going to go and lie down in the darkened room. There we go. Right. So, here we go. So nice and tall. And then, actually, I'll go a little bit further back so I'm in the camera. And then if you can't see what I'm doing, you can see what the video's doing. Have I remembered to press record? Yes, I have. Great. Fantastic. So I'm doing really well. Here we go. We've got all the birds singing. So If it had been a bit warmer, it would have been even nicer, but never mind, we'll just carry on. So the first half of the 24-step form, here we go. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out and begin. So we raise the hands up, we bring the hands in, we sink the hips, that's number 3. Then you transfer the weight, turn the right foot, push out, gather under, hold the ball. So those of you that are online watching this, this is the way I would go normally, different to what I do on a Friday when I go in the opposite direction because I'm mirroring. Part the wild horse's mane, nice and tall. Sink down into the front foot. Now you transfer your weight into the back foot. Turn, hold the ball. Kick forwards. Step. Part the wild horse's mane. Sink back and turn. Turn to hold the ball. Step. Part the wild horse's mane. Now this time, sink back and turn. Step forward. Now we're going to cat stance. So go to right, cat stance. Then you step. As you step, you grasp the sparrow's tail. Then you white crane, spread its wings. Cat stance with the left foot, 20% of the weight in the front foot. White crane spreads its wings into brush knee and push. So you bring the hand over, brush knee and push. Should just about have enough room. Sink back and turn, sink forward. Step, brush knee and push. Just about enough room, yeah. One more, brush knee and push. And then this time spear hand. Spear hand, cut down, raise the knee, go into rooster stance, play the keeper. Step back and repulse the monkey. 1, 2, 3, step, 4, repulse the monkey. 1, turn, 2, turn, 3, step, 4, repulse the monkey. Don't worry if you're doing a variation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just do something, it's fine. And then one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time sink forward and then bring the hand around and hold the ball. Hold the ball and sink into the right foot, left cat stance. Hold the ball in left cat stance and you step, inspect the horse's mouth. Roll back. That's it. Roll back. That's good. Ward off. Sink back. Double-handed push. Double-handed push. Sink back. Turn. And we do it the other side. So we push out. Gather under. Hold the ball. And you're in right cat stance. Now step with your right foot. Inspect the horse's mouth. Roll back. Ward off. Sink back into double-handed push. Sink back again, turn, and then we slow down like that into single whip. So I do this bigger than what Mike does, because this is how he used to do it. And then wave hands like clouds. Step in. Now we step out 3 times with the left foot. First time. Second time. And third time. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single whip, part 2. Lovely. So you're facing that way. But that was a really nice single whip though, that was great. Try it facing that way. Try it out again. Yeah, you don't need to lift your leg, you just let the leg swing. That's not bad. Have a look. Have a look at what I do. So I go 1, 2. Now I sink and then I sink this bit to raise the leg up. Yeah, that's too high. That's too high. You just want it to swing round like you're opening a door with your leg. That's it, yeah. So if you had a door that was about to close and you just open the door with a leg and then so what you're doing, actually if you come here, Amy, you come here, right, come here. So what you want to do is if you came and did a very slow fouette towards this leg with your right foot. Yes. Alright. Yeah, so come here. So come and do a fouette towards that leg. Just get it, get your arms up properly, go, yeah. Yeah, fouette. That's it, so actually connect the leg. Don't worry if you just it. Alright. So come in and that's it. So what I'll do is you come in and kick. As you come in and kick. So no, that's what that is. It's like a block. Try it again, and then try it again. Boom. So it like bounces off. You see, so that's what that. Nice, thank you. Good. That's what that does. Yeah, don't nick her swings. So let's. I'm just going to check the time. Let's go through, and then the other one that was the step back in the pulse and have a look. I'll show that from the side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So watch the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That's better. Yeah. Let's do that again. Let's go through the first half again. Are you all right with me? You might want to have a play around with where you're positioning, whatever's easier. Feel free to move around. I'll go back a little bit, and then that should give me enough room that way. Okay, let's give that another go. So we're facing that way. So when we do the single whip, you want to be facing towards the trees at the end. But that looks great. So don't worry that the direction you were about 90 degrees out, that's fine. It looked good. So, great. Okay, here we go. So breathing in and out. Nice and tall, nice and relaxed. Breathe in, breathe out and begin. 1, I'll do it with the counting. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gather under, hold the ball. Then part the wild horse's mane. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Up wild horse's mane. 3, sit back, turn, hold the 4, 5. Stance. Cat stance. This time side step. 1, side step. 2, grasp the sparrow's tail. 3, white crane spreads its wings. And 4, 20% of the weight in the front foot. 5, 6. And let me just go back a little bit so I've got more room. 1, brush knee. 2, push. 3, sink back. 4, turn. 1, brush knee. 2, push. 3, sink back. 4, sink forward. 1, brush knee. 2, push. This time spear hand. 1, spear hand. 2, cut down. 3, 4, play the peeper, nice and tall. So check your posture, and we're going to turn 1, turn on the foot, 1, 2, turn on the ball of the foot. 3, step back and out, 4, repulse the monkey. 1, turn on the heel, 2, turn on the ball of the foot. 3, step back and out, 4, repulse the monkey. 1, turn on the heel, 2, turn on the ball of the foot. 3, step out and back, 4, repulse the monkey. 1 more time, turn, turn, step, push. This time sink forwards, hold the ball, 2, 3 and 4. Cat stance, hold the ball nice and tall. And we step 1, 2, inspect the horse's mouth. 1, roll back, so we sink back, 2, turn slightly, 1, turn to the front, 2, ward off. 1, separate the hands, 2, 3. When I do it, it's too exaggerated. Do it less exaggerated than me. 1, sink back, 2, turn, 3, push out, 4, gather under, hold the ball. 1, step, 2, inspect the horse's mouth. 1, roll back, 2, 1, ward off, 2. Now, he doesn't walk sedate. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, sink back, 2, turn, 3, stroke down, and we're facing towards that tree. 4, that's it, 5, single whip. Nice. Then 1, sink back, 2, bring the hand to the wrist, 3, drop the hand down, 4, hold the ball, transfer the weight, step in, rotate the hands, transfer the weight, step out, rotate the hands, transfer the weight, step in, rotate the hands, transfer the weight, step out, rotate the hands, transfer the weight, step in, rotate the hands, transfer the weight, step out for the final time. 1, 2, 3, face that tree, 4 and 5, single whip. Great, nice. So single whip, you want more weight forward, like that. That's it, and that's picking up a sock, it's like an emu. Then that's it, and yeah, good. And just drop that elbow a bit and drop the shoulder. Right, okay. Let's come round in a circle. We'll finish there. So we did get to go outside after all. Good. So I better face I'll go round this way. Go back to that. So getting that waist turn, you just show the camera. Okay, we'll do stroke in the back. Actually, I'll face the camera so then they can see. And then we'll do triple heater. And then we'll do, yeah, you can see my picture okay from there? Or do you want to come this way? Okay, if you can see what I'm doing, that's fine. You carry on staying there, that's cool. So, keep breathing. Okay, let's do this one, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Really nice to be outdoors, actually, even though it's a little bit chilly. Once you move around, it's not so bad. So you just calm the mind, regulate the breathing, soften the muscles. Okay, and then we're going to do triple heater. So you come up slightly in the heels, just gently leave the floor a bit, then you come down, and then you come up, then leave a bit more, go forward, out, whoops, down. Oh, it's harder on this uneven surface, isn't it? And then you go up onto the tippy toes, whoop, and then down. And we do that 2 more times. It's trickier, isn't it, on uneven ground? But hey, we can manage. 1, 2, and 3. And then 1 more time. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then embrace the tiger, return to the mountains. Breathe out. Breathe in. And then we'll see if it works this week. Make your hands to rub together. And then polishing the face. Nice and relaxed. And then rub the hands together and give the lower back a rub. And then we'll do 3 more. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. And one more time. Keep breathing, marvellous. And then make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, feet together, and nice. Well done, us. That was great. Brilliant. Yeah, it's great. Hang on, I'll just stop the video. So, good job.
That was great.
Yeah.